Hey there and welcome to the info channel. Today we're going to be talking about Wrath of the Lich King preparation in TBC. I'm going to give you my top 8 things you should be doing right now and during the pre-patch so you can be preparing for Wrath of the Lich King. Now let's get into it. Number 8. Honor cap and badges. First thing you should know about honor is the cap is not resetting once Wrath of the Lich King is released. So realistically, you could save up to 75,000 honor to bank up for Wrath of the Lich King. Now, how much honor are pieces in Wrath of the Lich King? Well, the neck, the back, and the finger are 47,000 each, and the trinket is 62,000. So realistically, you could buy one of those pieces immediately as soon as you get to 80. But there's also a new concept, or a new function that they're bringing into Wrath of the Lich King, which is turning in your badges for honor. Now they've changed it so every badge is 185 honor. So realistically, if you saved up 103 badges and you had your honor cap of 75k, you could buy 2 pieces of gear, a neck, a back, or a finger. Number 7. Daily quests. Now, daily quests are usually something that max level characters do to receive reputation or gold. But in preparation for Wrath of the Lich King, you can actually do the daily quests and not turn them in. So you'll stay at your daily limit of 25 daily quests. You could finish all 25 daily quests and not turn them in, so that once the Wrath of the Lich King does drop, you can then turn them in for experience instead. Depending on which quests you are doing to fill out for your daily quests, they'll give you different amounts of experience. But this is definitely a good way to get ahead of the pack before you even jump into Wrath of the Lich King. Number 6. Ground mounts and flying mount changes. For ground mounts and flying mounts, there's going to be a lot of changes that if you haven't bought them already, you should definitely wait on. For the slow ground mount, it used to cost 35 gold for the training and 9 gold for the mount. It's now only going to cost you 4 gold for the training and 1 gold for the mount. For that fast training that used to be 600 gold and 90 gold for the mount, it's going to be only 50 gold and only 10 gold for the mount. Things are going down by a lot for the ground mounts. For the slow flying mount, it used to be 800 gold and 100 gold for the mount itself. It's now going down to 250 gold and only 50 gold for the mount. And the mount speed increase is actually going from 60% all the way up to 150%. So you're really getting a buff there. And for the artisan flying, that super fast flying, it is still going to be staying at 5k and 200 gold for the mount, but the rep change is actually changing. The new rep for you to grind to get that lower for Horde is going to be Thrallmar, and for Alliance it's going to be Honor Hold. So definitely something you should wait out on if you haven't already bought those mounts. You're going to save yourself a ton of gold. Number 5. Professions and their benefits. In Wrath of the Lich King, professions are actually going to change a little bit. They're going to start giving you benefits besides something that you can just craft. They're going to start giving you either passive benefits or something only you can make for yourself that no one else can have. I'm not going to go into each one specifically because each one is different based off of what class you are, but generally engineering is going to be great for Wrath of the Lich King for any class, as it increases your survivability and DPS on a lot of levels. But make sure you get out there and find out which one is best for your class specifically. It's definitely going to be something that you need to look into for Wrath of the Lich King, and you can start it now before it even comes out. Number 4. Glyphs. Glyphs are a new thing coming in with Wrath of the Lich King, but more specifically, they're going to be available in the pre-patch because they should be coming along with Inscription, which is a new profession in the pre-patch. Now, Glyphs are essentially additional passives. You're going to be able to equip 3 major glyphs and 3 minor glyphs. Be sure to research which ones are best for your class and best for your spec, because they can change things in a drastically major way, and if you're not using the right one, you might be missing out on something. Number 3. Gold. Now, I know everyone in any guide for preparation is going to say, save your gold, mass amount of gold. Here's this guide on how to make gold. But that's not what I'm doing. There are 3 things that you should save up gold for, but really 2 of them are kind of optional. The first thing is dual talents. It's going to cost you 1,000 gold. You don't necessarily need this, but it is a great quality of life to have. You'll be able to switch between 2 preset talent trees of your choice. Helps a lot out in those situations when you like to raid and PvP. Second thing is going to be those those Dalaran rings. Now the Kirin Tor can sell these rings. They're pretty much best in slot for any class, but starting off they cost 8,500 gold. That's a ton, and not a lot of people have that saved up right now. And lastly is cold weather flying. It's what allows you to fly around in Northern. That's going to cost you only another 1,000 gold, but again, it's just one of those quality of life that's going to help you out in the long run. So essentially, if you want to save the least amount of gold but still have the most benefits, you're going to need 10,500 gold. Number 2, food and consumables. Obviously, as we know, food and water is going to be very important while you're leveling. You're going to need it to fill yourself up in between packs, but more specifically, now is the best time to buy that food. Once the pre-patch or Wrath of the Lich King comes out, everyone's going to be scrounging to the auction house to get that food. That food also gives you specific buffs that can help you while leveling. Make sure you find out and research for your class which food is best, because there's a lot of different food out there that give different buffs. Consumables, if you have the money for it, they can give you huge power increases that'll help you a ton while you're leveling. There's potions out there that increase your strength by a massive amount for 25 seconds. Or you can get the elixirs or battle elixirs that last an hour. Number 1, last but not least, pre-patch gear. Now, during the pre-patch, it is going to be a fun time to gear. There is going to be a Scourge invasion where everyone's going to be running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Everyone's going to be turning into zombies and killing each other. But if you participate in this event, you're going to be getting these shards from the pre-patch event that you can turn in for set pieces of armor. Now, there is a set for each class, as in plate, mail, leather, and cloth, and there is a bonus as the 2 set increases your damage against undead, the 3 is 2%, and the 4 set is 3%. This is going to be a huge fast way to gear up your character just by getting those pieces. The next way with gearing is going to be Karazhan. There's going to be a new person in there called Tenris Merkblood, and they drop a 2-handed axe. This is going to be a perfect weapon for those people that are leveling Death Knights in that pre-patch, or if you have a 2-handed weapon that is just old and you need a new one that looks awesome. Number 1 bonus for those of you that stuck around. The PTR is currently out with the pre-patch on it. If you have any questions on what character that you should be playing, any of the changes that are going to happen to your class, or you just want to test something out, you should definitely jump over there. It's free to get a PTR account. You just have to do it through the Battle.net app, and you can go over there and test anything you want. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. That was my top 8 things what you should be doing for preparation for Wrath of the Lich King. What are you doing to prep for this? Is it something that's not on this list? And if it is, let me know down in the comments what it is, because I definitely need more things to do in the game. I hope you guys liked the video, and you have a nice day.